following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.
Cheap Seats on WLCN 96.3 FM. Listen to us on the go. Download the Mixler app, or you can watch our live stream on YouTube. We are broadcasting live from Jake's Furnishings, and he's having a 20th anniversary sale. Everything's on sale.
The clearance sale's over with.
Clearance, yeah.
Yeah, that's
now it's just a sale.
Just a markdown.
Yeah, so.
The inventory reduction sale, done.
Yeah. Joining us today is Coach Stokowski and some seniors of the football team. But first, Joe, we got to congratulate the Lady Railer volleyball team. They are advancing to state. Boy, they made short work of Muskota last night, 2-0. Did I pronounce that right?
No, we all held
shocked?
our tongues.
You
but
shocked?
No, we are not
I
shocked.
pronounced it right. I've practiced it all night.
We'll go with Muskota. It's all right.
Is that right? Muskota?
It's Muscuda.
Yeah.
See, I screwed up again. Muscuda.
But we like it. We like it when you do
Muscuda, Muscata, tomato, tomato.
it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay. Muscuda.
Yeah, Lady Railers, easy.
Yeah. Did you guys go? I know.
I went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The student section was phenomenal. Good crowd, and they're heading back to Redbird, but this time with a different type of net, a net that runs across the court. Joe.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
that's a good one, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's get to the seniors here, and we'll talk a little more Lady Railer volleyball later in the show. But Coach, you got some brave seniors that woke up Saturday morning, probably their first Saturday that they could sleep in, and they braved the cold and came out and joined us. So thank you guys for coming today. The phone lines are open, 217-871-4930 if you guys want to give us a call and congratulate these guys. And they had a fantastic season. Obviously, you wanted to move on, but you knew Rochester. You saw what they did last night. They're a pretty good team, and unfortunately, that was our first matchup. But first time making playoffs in 39 years. You guys got your shirts on, so congratulations. Great year. Let's see who we have here. You got the mic back here?
Yep, we're down in the corner here.
All right, go ahead and say. Tell us your name and what
Alexis
position.
Raymond, and I'm a football manager.
Football manager.
I'm Wyatt Gross, and I'm a wide receiver.
Joseph Dom, lineman.
Christian Brown, safety.
Colby Glenn, outside linebacker and wide receiver.
Angel Haro, kicker, outside linebacker.
Darren Stevens, quarterback.
Ryan Fruget, I'm the tight end and a defensive end. So.
All right. So, Coach, tell us a little bit about these guys here. I know we're missing several.
Yeah, we had 19 part of
seniors?
It. Yeah, but a couple of them obviously couldn't be here today. Previous commitments or whatever. Alexis, been with us for seems like a long time. Yeah, she was awesome this year. Did a lot of filming during practice for us and sometimes games. And the filming of the practice is a huge thing. It may seem not very important, but especially the weeks like Jacksonville week, we filmed everything that week. She did that for us and just allowed us to kind of go back, review that, and find some things that we needed to improve upon, and found flaws in what we were trying to do, and that we wouldn't be able to do that without her work that week, and that was huge, and obviously led to a big win that Friday night. Wyatt was new to us this year, transferred in, actually Peyton Bunner's brother. Okay. He was new to us, came out in August when we started, and it was great to have around. Great personality. Definitely fit right in with us. Joe was with us for 4 years, played line, came a long way in his 4 years with us, and started last year as a junior. And kind of like a little side note, it's probably goes unnoticed to a lot of people outside of our little offensive coaching staff is, guard trap's a kind of standard play in football. A lot of teams, especially if you're going to run the wing T like we do, you have to be able to run that play. And for my 8 years we've been here, we have struggled to run guard trap. We've just struggled, and every summer we come in and we're going to commit to it. And this year that play finally got going, and that was a large part to Joe, and is able to trap lock that 3 technique for us, and led to a lot of big runs for Peyton Bunner. And when you run outside like we do with Keon and Kanai, you got to have an answer inside, and we finally got that answer going this year, and it got better as the year went on, and that was large part to Joe. Christian played safety for us. Played corner last year, moved him to safety this year. That was, personnel decision just to kind of get some more speed on the perimeter. To add Gabe was a full-time starter at the corner this year, and moved Christian to safety. Did a great job. Had 2 interceptions, tied for the team lead in interceptions back there. Had a big one against Lanphier, then one on homecoming against Peoria Manual. Almost took the one against Lanphier back for a touchdown. Got within about the 5 or 6 yard line on that. So that was awesome to have him, back there and doing that. And Colby, obviously, played 3 years for us. Played outside linebacker, came out in August, and he was a huge difference maker there, obviously. If you watched any games, led the team in tackles for losses. Just made some big-time plays on the perimeter, and played some fullback, too. You didn't mention that, but, played receiver, played fullback, outside linebacker, played some safety later in the year, just kind of all over the place, and definitely, wouldn't be there in the position we were in without him on defense, Then obviously Angel is a career school record holder now for season PATs and career PATs. And that was over a 3-year span. Also played outside linebacker. Made some big plays throughout the year there as well, and obviously some really big kicks. And didn't kick as many field goals as we'd like to, or I'm sure as he wanted us to. But we were able to kind of move the ball inside the 20 when we got there. But he's got range. He hit was it 55, I think it was, in practice as the year went on. So definitely can put a leg behind it. Kicked multiple touchbacks throughout the year as well. So that's really nice when you can just put it in the end zone, not have to worry about fielding it. And then Darren, our quarterback, 2-year starter, actually started outside linebacker as a sophomore and was really, really good there for us. Led the team in sacks as a sophomore. It was our next quarterback. Did a good job managing it. It was really nice working with him. Obviously as the play caller, you have to have a really good relationship with your quarterback. And there's so mmany times where we just were on the same page, and he kind of knew what I was saying and where I was coming from, and it just makes it a lot easier. So I'm human. Sometimes I miss a word in a play call or something, but since we practiced so much and we're so close, he kind of knew what I meant and was able to kind of fix our mistakes, and did a really good job managing it. Made some big plays in the running game too, and our power read stuff, and it's kind of that's a nice little compliment we kind of keep in our back pocket till mid-season and start breaking that out. And he had a couple touchdowns on that in the Southeast game, which were huge. We kind of struggled at times in that game, so that was really nice. And to have him. And Ryan Frege, 2-year guy for us, came out last year as a junior, who kind of played tight end behind Jaden Ledley last year, just kind of waiting his turn there while he got, he played a lot on defensive end for us last year too, and then into this year he kind of grew into that tight end role, especially in the summer 7-on-7 stuff we went to, had a lot of big plays and created a lot of fun doing that, and then made some big plays at defensive end too.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, 5-5 on the season, a great season. Made it to the playoffs, obviously. I know we've talked about it the past couple weeks. Just the dedication and the desire and the work that these kids put in is, kind of unseen. Everybody sees them out there on Friday night, but, there's a lot of preparation and a lot of things that they have to go through the year. And, had to have that many seniors just to be leaders has got to be a benefit for you and your coaching staff.
Oh, yeah. We knew when these guys came in the door as freshmen that they could be, they had the chance to do something special. And they were, depends how you look at it. At the time, it was unfortunate, but now you look back, they were freshmen the COVID year that we didn't play that fall. So we actually had a lot more practice time with them than we would have a normal, group. So I actually went down. I was coaching the varsity games on those. I feel like we played a lot of Saturday games that spring. And then I would go with them on Monday. So I was kind of with them the entire time. I knew how special they could be. And, I wanted my hands on it. I didn't want somebody else, I wanted, I guess I didn't want to even mess it up. So I went and was with them the entire time, and just to watch them grow. And we went 4-2 that spring. We had a lot of fun doing it. Had Haro kicked the game-winning walk-off field goal against Mattoon that year. We almost upset Mount Zion that year, and that was Keon playing quarterback that game. Darren couldn't play that week due to medical thing. So we had, it was a lot of fun with them, just watch them grow. And these guys were at practice every day. They never missed. They were always there. If we needed guys on scout team, they did it, which was awesome, made our guys better. So they really bought in and understood, and they had a goal, and they knew what they needed to do, and just stuck to the plan and got it done.
Absolutely.
I thought it was fun to watch them all do the right things. Like, so many football plays were made by this team. Obviously, if you're going to get to where you did, you made football plays. And I thought all you guys made football plays that were like, wow, nice play.
Yeah, and they were awesome off the field too. These guys, academic was never a concern. You never had to worry, they didn't show up on the warning list. They weren't ineligible. Right. They weren't, getting code violations for vaping in the bathroom. These guys didn't do any of that stuff. They just did the right thing, and that was just, it makes it a lot of fun. You don't have to stress about that stuff.
You don't have to deal with the drama. It's just straight football and X's and O's and any extracurricular activity that they do, you didn't have to worry about. So that's a credit to them on how they were brought up and how they go about themselves and handle themselves off the field is probably something you guys preach to them as well.
Oh yeah, their parents are amazing too. I always had really good positive interactions with all their family members, and always wanted to see the team succeed, and their of course their child succeed too, but most important about the team.
Yeah. Well, let's get a little information from the team. You got the mic down here?
I do down here.
Yeah. Well, we'll start with Ryan here. Ryan, go ahead and tell us your name again.
I'm Ryan Furnishings.
Okay, a senior. How long you been playing football? I know he said you came out last year. Did you play any JFL?
Nothing. I came in junior year, and I knew pretty much, well, not very much at all about football. So it was definitely a lot different than any other sport. I was mostly a baseball, basketball type of kid growing up, so it was just really different. But I was able to catch on pretty fast, and I think that's thanks to my coaches. Mm-hmm. They were there to, coach me on everything. So I just remember Silky was in the locker room one day, and I think he was talking to another kid, trying to get him to play. And I kind of came up to him and I'll say, "Hey, Silky, I'll play football for you." And he said, "All right." And he told me to come out to practice, and that's what I did. So I'm glad I did that, because I got to be a part of a really amazing team. So.
Well, in football, there's fundamentals. And getting used to the equipment. Was that an adjustment for you, not ever wearing pads, a helmet, and all that?
Just the physicality is it doesn't compare to any other sport. So it was definitely different. Like, being hit in practice, it was different. But I feel like I made the adjustment pretty well, and here we are.
Now looking back,
contributed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looking back, do you have any regrets not playing earlier? Knowing what you know now.
Every day, I think about it, and it went by way too fast, because I feel like I just started, and now it's over for now. But.
It's over. Yeah. But do you have any words for younger kids that are maybe thinking about playing football? What would you say to them?
Do it. It's when I went to practice for baseball or basketball, I kind of dreaded going, but I don't think there was any practices for football that I wanted to go. It was just, I hated missing it. There was sometimes for National Honor Society and stuff, I'd have to miss practice or have to get out early, and I hated it. I didn't want to. So, it really it changed my life. Just being able to be out with my best friends, and the camaraderie in this sport is unlike any other out there, I feel like. So
absolutely.
Yeah, for kids younger, I'd just say do it. Give it a try, and I think you'll love it. So.
Get out that freshman year.
Yeah.
Don't miss anything.
Yeah, that's right.
Any game this year that stands out, maybe a favorite game or a game that your best game?
Well, I think it's easily Jacksonville. that the whole just atmosphere throughout the whole week of Jacksonville, it was just, I could just tell it was different. We came in, I think it was that was it Monday morning?
I think it was after. Do we have school that Monday?
I don't know. It was, maybe we didn't.
I don't remember.
Anyway, we went in and we kind of sat through some film, and they kind of, I could tell it was serious. Like, they were like, all right, we're going to do something different. Because Coach Lieber, he had talked to one of his past coaches. He's like, all right. He just kind of became an expert on what we were trying to do. So it was, I could just tell from him, and then it kind of reflected upon us, like how we took that week of practice, and it was just all business. Like, we were going to get this done. So that was by far my favorite week, because we were confident. We knew exactly what we were doing. We didn't really have any questions going out, and we went out and got the dub, so it was pretty nice.
For the listeners, that's what you're adjusting to the option?
Yeah, we played a little different defense there. I know we've talked about, our Coach Lieber played in a triple option offense, so he reached out to his old coaching staff and figured out what caused the most fits, and we adapted it to what our kids do well, and it worked out.
Fun stuff.
It definitely did, yeah.
Future plans? It's a little early, but we have to ask.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking about maybe being an electrician. I haven't really been looking at any colleges. I just think that's probably my best option. I kind of have it set up already. It's kind of just sitting there waiting for me to take it. So I figured.
All right.
And they get paid pretty well. So I think
you'll be all right.
It's a good trade.
Yeah.
You know.
And I enjoy doing stuff like that. So I think that's what I'll do.
All right.
Good for you.
Yeah.
We know who to call when we have electrical problems.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, give me a call.
And, to be out just for the 2 years, you contributed. You know what I mean? Like, you were an asset on the field. So good for you.
Thank you. It means a lot to be a part of something amazing.
Absolutely.
So. Yep, absolutely. All right, next here.
I'm Darren Stevens.
Darren Stevens, the quarterback. Now, you've been playing football a long time.
Yeah, since first grade.
Yeah, and over the years, did your love for the game just grow as you felt more comfortable and getting into the swing of things?
Yeah, I felt like every day after I'd go to practice as a little kid, my love for the game got stronger and stronger.
Now, you, Coach said you played defense a lot in your younger days, freshman, sophomore. Is that something that you kind of missed over the last year or two? Playing defense?
A little bit, yeah.
Well, you understand why they took you off defense, right?
Yeah.
You have to have a quarterback.
He did play a couple snaps in the Jacksonville game. Yeah, that, like Ryan talked about in that meeting, like, it was all hands on deck. There was no tomorrow for us. So yeah, we were like, he was in the defensive game plan.
Yeah.
It was all hands on deck.
Is that something that you guys kind of had to kind of watch yourselves? Because obviously he's an athlete, and the more he's on the field, the better. But you also have to conserve him. You don't want injuries because, he is the quarterback, runs the team. And obviously you probably wanted him out there a little more on defense, but kind of had to pull the reins a little bit.
Honestly, no. It was whatever it took.
Yeah.
It was whatever it took. And he's a pretty tough kid, so I wasn't really worried about him getting hurt. I knew it would take a lot. It was whatever we had to do that night.
Yeah.
Well, I know from back in grade school, we knew you were something special, and I remember we did the county tournament, and you were flying ahead of everyone. You were 2 or 3 steps ahead of everyone with the layups. I think you may have even been able to dunk. You were grabbing the rim. No,
I don't think so. No.
You were flying around on the basketball court.
Yeah, I was.
And we knew you were going to be something special because we just kept sitting here thinking, boy, that kid on the football field, let go of that basketball, and on the football field, you're going to be a stud. Yeah. Fun to watch, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Any favorite game or moment this year?
Definitely the Jacksonville game. The energy we had was, like, compared to the rest of the year, was just insane. Like, everyone, like, throughout the week, some people were doubting us or like, oh, this is going to be rough for you guys. And we were like, no, we got this all the way. just got it done.
Yeah. Well, we failed to mention that kids are also going through a conference change. They've been in the Apollo for 3 years and now switching over to the Central State 8. Did you notice any, like the players, was there any difference between the Apollo and the Central State 8?
Yeah, the Central State 8 is definitely like, it gets tough. Like they're big football schools, so like it's just you got to be smarter and physical and stronger in every aspect.
And nothing taken away from the Apollo because they have great teams as well, but probably just bigger schools, obviously, and maybe a little more talent out there on the field. So it's probably a big adjustment.
Yeah, it definitely was. They're mostly the DBs and like the secondary was a lot more different. I mean, they were flying around a lot faster. I feel like better coverages. I feel like they had really tough secondaries.
Future plans?
Attend college and play football.
All right.
All right.
Good choice. I pass the mic down here.
Angel Haro.
Angel Haro. Now you're the kicker.
Yes, sir.
You played some defense as well, right?
Yep.
How long you been playing football?
About 5 years. I started my 6th grade year whenever I first moved here.
Now, how did you? Because developing a kicker, it's got to be tough because it's a fundamentally technique that it's got to be hard to coach. Is that something that he just natural talent, or do you guys have a kicking coach, or how do you go about that?
No, it's natural talent. No, he's kind of taught himself, and I know the youth level worked with him quite a bit. So really, on our end, it's just kind of reminding him to do, head down, don't swing your leg, things like that. It's just more him. We're just kind of giving him reminders. He works on his own a lot, outside of practice time, working on his craft. I remember he was a freshman when we were going through all that COVID stuff. I remember buying him a kicking net and dropping it off at his house with a bag of football so he can kick at his house. He's just always been dedicated to that. And just did it on his own, just give him reminders, keep him on in the right mindset with it.
Now, he broke some records this year?
Yep, single season PAT and then career PAT.
All right.
What were those numbers,
46 and 27?
30, or I think he hit 30 or 31 on the season, and then 51 was the touchdown. I can't remember.
That's good.
That's incredible. I actually have it here.
You're very impressive with it, and also you wouldn't mind sticking your nose in there, would you, like making a tackle?
No, not at all.
Is that, not too many kickers go make tackles, but you would go make tackles.
Yeah, I try to get as much contact as I can.
It was 30 on the season. Old record was 27, then he hit 52 on the career. Old record was 46, which was set by another one of our players, Alex Badonich, a couple years back.
So that's a record that might stand for a while. You know,
you got to score a lot of touchdowns.
Well, he hopes you break it.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I hope we not.
You hope you break it next year.
So you got to give credit to obviously your team, because if they're not scoring, you're not kicking.
Right.
So I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And we went through a holder change this year. Isaac Decker was the holder past, feels like forever, and then obviously graduated, so he had a new holder, and that kind of took a couple weeks to get adjusting to. And Aiden Crane was, his junior now, was our holder, and it took a couple weeks for Aiden to kind of get you comfortable in that role, but once he did, Angel just didn't miss anymore.
Seams out, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Laces out, Finkel.
Any favorite game or moment this year?
Definitely Jacksonville.
Jacksonville's the
I think they're all going to say that.
Huh?
I think everyone will, it was different.
Yeah. Any future plans?
Definitely go out to college and play football.
Okay.
All right.
Good deal. All right. Pass the mic. Tell us your name again.
I'm Colby Glenn.
Colby. And how long you been playing football?
Well, I started JFL in kindergarten, and then I didn't play my sophomore year.
Okay.
I played every year since.
All right. Just do you kind of regret not playing that sophomore year, and you kind of realize, hey, I missed this?
Yeah.
And obviously, Coach is glad. I mean, we talked about it on earlier shows. He's glad that you came back, and you were a big asset to the team. So, taking that year off kind of refocus you?
Yeah, I got in the weight room too, got a little bit bigger, and was like, my junior year was like, yeah, I got to play. And then my senior year, I wasn't sure, didn't go any of the summer stuff. And I remember I was talking to Tate. He's like, dude, you got to play. I was like, yeah, I'm going to text Silky. I was like, yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
Yeah, I like that. I know you made your grandpa
Thanks,
proud.
Tate. Yeah. And any favorite moment this year?
Well, I think it's definitely got to be Jacksonville. Like the whole week, kind of like Ryan was saying, the whole week of preparing, practice, and then right after practice, going home, watching film, and then going to sleep, and doing the same thing Monday through Thursday, really. Just watching a bunch of film, seeing what they like. And they were a triple option team, so they really only had 5-6 plays. But from the defensive side, you're just watching film, studying what they like.
Well, there are a few studs out there on defense, and I will say you were one of them. I mean, you got that from that wrestling background, I believe, because you know that kids are running with their legs, and you were taking them down right now. And then we saw a few of your moves afterwards. I think we saw a couple times you had. You want to show any of those? You want to give us one of those, the fans?
Well,
flexing.
Well, I don't even. The funniest thing is I don't even remember doing the moves. Just thinking in the moment, I was just, I was so hyped up from making the tackle. I was just so excited.
Yeah, good view. Yeah, you were tough, man. Good job.
They kind of have to watch what they do after plays, don't they? Now, I mean,
did catch them up in the U-High game.
The referees are just kind of looking for that intimidation factor, and they're not hesitant to throw that flag.
Yeah, usually they warn you. Yeah. Usually they'll say something to me first.
Yeah, I mean,
did they talk to you about it?
A few times throughout the
They
game.
did.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of subtle, but somebody saw it.
Yeah, they'd say something to me about it, and I may.
U-High game.
Yeah, I was tell Clay, hey, dude, you got to chill it out a little bit. He didn't.
Yeah, but football's an emotional sport, and it's just kind of,
Yeah, I do feel the officials are pretty good about understanding that. I don't think it was anything outrageous. Like, I understand where they're coming from.
Sure.
They
let it get out of control.
Yeah, so. Yeah, it was fine. I mean, it's part of the game.
Let them have fun.
Yeah.
Quit being fun haters, Joe. Joe's a fun hater. He'd throw the flag.
I wouldn't throw it. I've always said I compare it to baseball. They let you run around the bases when you hit a home run. Enjoying it. Get up. You make a tackle. You've been practicing all week to do that.
Flex it.
Tackle for a loss or whatever.
Any future plans?
Yeah, I'm going to Lincoln Land and playing baseball.
All right. All right. Pass the mic here. Tell us your name again.
Christian Brown.
Christian Brown, and how long you been playing football?
Ever since third grade. I didn't play my sophomore year, but after that, really picked up junior, senior year, continued it.
Sounds like the sophomore year's that kind of transition year.
Yeah,
where
they get their driver's license.
They're not sure, and
they're coming out of COVID, right?
Yeah,
These guys.
Yeah, yep. That was after all that, and you didn't have much break either. It was a couple, 2 months or something.
It's as sophomores and even freshmen, they're still developing, still growing. So that junior, senior year, they probably feel a little more comfortable and more physical, and that maybe changes their outlook on the game.
Yeah. Yep. They change.
Any favorite game besides Jacksonville?
I don't know. I think Jacksonville beats all of them, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think the environment was great. Our student section was there. They really showed out. All the guys were focused. During practice all week, nobody missed a day. And then when we got on that field, we really just left it out there.
All right. Any future plans?
Some type of law enforcement.
Okay, nice.
And if not, then college to go play football.
Okay.
Again, we saw you make some big plays out there, the picks, some big plays on tackles, and you're like, well, who made that one? Who made that one? And there you were. Nice job.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice job. Pass it down here.
Big fella. You can talk to big fella now.
All right. What's your name?
Joseph Dom.
Joseph Dom, you're on the line. How long you been playing?
Oh, just 4 years.
4 years?
Yeah.
Started your freshman year?
Yeah, Chuck tried to get me to play in JFL, but I always turned him down. Got Coach McFadden. And then freshman year, I was staying in the AP office. My mom worked in there. And Silky and Chuck were both in there. And Chuck said, come back with me. And they threw a helmet and pads at me. And Chuck said, you're coming to practice. Be there Monday at 6:30. And I was like,
that's one way to do it.
Chuckles coming through.
Yeah. So are you happy with your decision?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
100%.
Wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah. I got to ask.
Key to that, I was going to say, key to the line. Go ahead.
Yeah. Favorite game, favorite moment?
Well, my favorite game was U-High. I was beating up on those kids over there. They were kind of sissies.
Sissies.
But as a team, it was Jacksonville.
Yeah. Okay. Any future plans?
Definitely gonna go get my Class A CDL here right after I get out of high school, and then I'm gonna go do the wheat harvest out west, then eventually go to some kind of trade school. I haven't decided which one yet.
All right, nice.
Good for you.
Everybody's
you anchored that line. I know that.
Yeah.
Try to rally them around. With Tate and Frank and Big Walk, it's not very hard to do. It was Poole trying to get him rallied around sometimes. He was kind of scared sometimes, but he came around there at the end of the season.
That's you. You got to be that mentor. Take care of him.
I was trying.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Well, good job this year. Let's pass the mic down.
Wyatt Gross. And how long you been playing?
I played my kindergarten year, maybe up to 5th grade. Then after that, I stopped playing up until sophomore year. Played then. Then the next year stopped, and started playing again this year.
Okay.
I came back here.
All right. Favorite game?
Jacksonville. It was a special game. Everybody was super excited. Everyone was cheering everybody up. If they were down, our team was just there for each other the whole game.
Perfect. All right. Future plans?
Military. I'm talking to someone in the Navy this coming Monday.
Okay. Well,
good.
All right. Yeah, very good. Yeah, good for you. Pass the mic down here. Finish it up. Tell us your name again.
Alexis Raymond.
Okay, and you're the manager / video, just all the above.
Whatever she can do to help, she's willing to help.
Now, just having managers is, I mean, a lot of that goes unnoticed. A lot of behind the scenes stuff, and without, great managers, it kind of just, they know what they need to do. That takes, a lot of stress off of you guys, just because that's something that you don't have to deal with. They know what to do and have everything there ready for you. So that's a lot of unnoticed.
Oh yeah,
work
awesome.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, just the filming and just helping pass things out of practice, or keep track of some things for me. It was huge.
Now, how long you been doing this?
3 years.
3 years.
Did you ever want to put a helmet on and pop out there or no?
No.
No. Now, what were some of your daily duties, like during practice and even games?
During Mondays, I'd kind of just sit in the film room, chill out, and then Tuesdays through Thursdays, I would kind of just sit there, and if I needed to film, I'd film. If not, I was kind of just sitting there watching, kind of learning more and more each day.
Okay. And how did you kind of interact with the team? I mean, this is a special moment for you too, just for the season they had. You got to feel pretty proud as well.
Yeah, I'm actually very proud of this team. I went to middle school with a lot of them, so seeing them grow into something better kind of just made my heart really happy.
Yeah.
And now you'll have this love for football the rest of your life, right?
Yeah.
You'll be at football games and watching the NFL.
I already watched the NFL. My dad always kind of pushed me to watch the NFL. So
good for him.
Now, is this something that you might think about doing, in future steps, college, even NFL or major leagues or, something like that?
Yeah, probably. I'm planning on going to athletic training, so I still kind of get the athlete aspect and going to games and different stuff like that.
We got a caller on the phone now, right?
Okay. Good morning. Who are we talking to today?
Hey, this is Pooley.
Pooley.
The Pool Man.
The Pool Man.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to these seniors. Folks don't have any idea. They know how good of players these guys are, but they don't have any idea the impact they have on the underclassmen. Excuse me. I've got an underclassman, and I tell you what, he looks up to these guys, Frank and Joe Dom, Darren, Frugier, all these guys. They took him under their wing, made a teammate out of him. He just wasn't a young guy on the team. I mean, they turned him into a player this year. His mom and I sure appreciate all that.
Absolutely.
Very important. Kudos to you guys. Taking care of those young boys.
Yeah, Zach really grew this year. Excited about his future.
Even though he's a big boy, He's young.
He's still only 16. Yeah, he's come a long way. I'm really happy with his progress, and he's gonna have a great future ahead of him too.
All right. Well, thanks for the call.
Evan Walkendorf. Evan's not there today, and I'm sure I'm missing some guys, but they all took him in and did their best to make a player out of him. It's hard to play at the varsity level when you're young. You got just so much you got to learn. And boy, these guys stepped up and they helped him. They made him do it.
Hey, Troy, thanks for the phone call. The pool man, I know you're at all the games and you're way into it, and that boy's around a couple more years, so he's gonna have to take over anchoring that line.
Oh yeah, he'll be up for it.
All right. Well, thanks for the call, Pooley, and we look forward to hearing you the next couple years.
All right, thanks, guys.
You have a good weekend.
Thanks.
All right.
That's it. I thought you were sending me something. It didn't go. It didn't work.
It didn't work?
No. I will say, it was. I told Coach it was fun to watch, man. You guys were good. It was very impressive, and I think the most impressive thing that I found out just last week was that one or two fumbles the entire year.
Yeah, we lost 2 on the year. They're both in the playoffs.
That's incredible. That's how you win.
Yeah, got to take care of the football.
Yeah. Nice job.
So I guess let's talk about the seniors that aren't here. Did you get that? That's probably what he's saying. Yeah, well, you got to get rid of your phone there. It's old. Allie Batten,
manager for
another manager.
Yeah.
Garrett Boward.
Yep, Garrett was he's with us 2 years. Played his junior and senior. Played some linebacker, running back. Definitely a great personality to have around.
Keegan Brown.
Keegan's with us. This is his first year playing.
Okay.
Been at LCHS for a couple of years now, but finally got him out this year to play. And, it was a lot of fun to have around, too. Good teammate.
And the Carson brothers, Kenai and Keon. Keon had a heck of a year this year, obviously breaking several records and, kind of the focal point to your offense. But then you got Kenai as well, who, had a great year as well. So, those two guys right there.
We'll miss them.
Yeah,
we'll miss them like we will, the rest of these guys.
What can you talk about? Is they going to try to play football next year?
I'm pretty sure that's Keon's goal, is to go play on and play, and I think Kenai is considering that, or, possibly running track at the college. Yeah, he can run. So that was, Kenai played receiver last year. Moved him to, when we graduated Isaac, we wanted to put some more speed in our backfield, so we moved Kenai there, and I think it really helped us. He really grew into the role. It's a process. You never play running back before. You're not used to running inside like that. It's a big transition, but with the new rules, they allowed the scrimmages over the summer, the 11-on-11 days. I think that really helped us this year. And
do you know what? Maybe on your phone, what Keon's carries and totals were? Because I don't know.
It was like a little over 800 yards, around 820 carries, 800-something yards, and he was also a leading receiver with over 200. He was over 1,000 all-purpose yards.
I like that.
20.
And then again, the impressive thing of all the times he carries that football and never found.
One of them was charged to him. It was on the exchange, so it wasn't really like he got punched out or anything. So, no fumble.
So you got out of that one.
Stat guy gave it to Keon.
Ashton Gannon.
She's been with us all 4 years, manager stuff. Yep, she's been with us. She's going to the military as well.
Okay. Owen Grant,
4-year guy with us. Definitely, he's got a motor on him. Physically and in his mouth. He likes to talk a lot. But he's awesome in practice. He definitely made our guys better. He didn't play any offense really. He actually was an outside linebacker his first couple years. Then we moved him to defensive end last year, and he kind of grew and didn't play an offense. So he was always on prep team and definitely making us better. And give him a lot of credit for that. He's brought a lot of energy to that role.
He had some tackles for loss.
Yeah, he got
in the backfield.
Yeah, he had a good year. 6 sacks, I think he had on the year.
Yeah, that's a real good year.
Yeah.
And then Ryan Lichtenwalter.
Yep, Ryan, this is his second year for us. We got him out last year as a junior. Goes by nickname of Big Red. He really fell in love with the game. Watch him really change as a person. I remember we got him in the weight room, after, during his sophomore year there, and just watching him grow in the weight room, it's been awesome. Just watch him grow as a person. Like, football was a really good thing for him.
Absolutely. And Trenton Miller?
Yeah, Trenton was us for all 4 years. I played 3 years. I'm sorry. He played sophomore, junior, senior year. Yeah, great kid, awesome to have around. Great, always happy to be there. Always, brought positive energy to our program.
Ethan Parn.
Ethan Parn was manager for us. He kind of ran our end zone system. He was kind of the guy on the iPad on the sideline, and all that kind of went through him. I recruited him out of class as well to do that. We needed a guy and said something. He's like, "Oh, I'll do that." And yeah, it's been with us, and really happy with the relationship I've been able to grow from him. And he said he's sticking around. He said he's going to stick around in that role for us. Yeah, that's a really good experience, and I know he's grew up with a lot of these guys too, and I know he had a good experience, and I'm glad he was able to be a part of it.
And Evan Walkendorf.
Yeah, Evan, all 4 years, kind of moved here before his freshman year, and great teammate. I know a lot of the guys have really good relationships with him, and played a little bit as varsity level as a freshman during that COVID spring, and then was a 3-year starter for us on the O-line. Played some tackle, played some guard, nose tackle defensively. Played a lot of roles, and definitely I think a teammate favorite.
Well, Coach, the season unfortunately has come to an end. As always, we appreciate you coming in every Saturday and talking football with us. And after you get these guys gone, now you'll be working towards next year, and before you know it, we'll be into August and ready for the 2024 kickoff.
Yeah, it's awesome. So glad I got an opportunity to be with these guys, and we have a lifelong bond now, and that was kind of what we talked about. Is like we're attached forever now, and that's kind of the really cool part. Working on a way to find that, stay in contact forever, and in 10 years when they have their reunion, they'll be the team that they talk about.
Yeah, 2023 Railer football team will go down in the record books at the high school with been a long drought, and these guys broke that drought.
I saw some of those guys that came back around the homecoming time or whatever. It's like that's what these guys will be doing.
Yeah, that's kind of what we talked about. Was like we're connected forever.
Yeah,
and that's awesome. Is to be with these guys for the rest of our lives.
Your buddies for life.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, congratulations on a great season. Good luck in your future endeavors, whatever they may be. And, don't be strangers. Anytime you guys want to come on, you let us know. We're always looking for guests, right, Joe?
Yeah, absolutely, we are.
So, once again, congratulations, and enjoy the rest of your senior year.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right, that's going to do it with the football team. We're going to take a commercial break, and we'll come back. We'll have more here on the Cheap Seats on WLCN 96.3 FM.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Illinois. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the IHSA and the Illinois Athletic Directors Association.
If you're not happy with the way your home landscape looks, but not sure what you need to do or how to fix it, then it might be time to get a little help from your friends at Bees Landscaping. Their highly trained and courteous staff will do all the work that fits your style and budget, including retaining walls, patios, sidewalks, leveling and grading yards, seeding and fertilizing, or new sod installation. Bees Landscaping, 1302 State Route 10. We are making a difference.
The heart of memory care consists of providing person-directed care to know and to work with each resident as an individual and to provide them with care as unique as they are. At Copper Creek Cottage's Memory Care in Lincoln, our caring, compassionate staff, enriching activities, and cottage front apartments all provide the secure, safe environment.
Located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com.
Timber Creek Village Assisted Living understands the emotional journey of moving to a new home. That's why we work hard to make the transition as easy for you as possible. We currently have apartments available and invite you to come by and let us show you how we can provide you with a stress-free lifestyle and why Timber Creek Village is top choice for retirement living in Lincoln. You'll enjoy private apartments, 3 home-cooked meals a day, daily activities, socialization with other residents, and care centered around your individual needs. Timber Creek Village, where people become friends and friends become family.
Hey, congratulations, Lady Railers volleyball.
Absolutely.
How much fun was that to watch them twice this week spank the other teams?
Spanking.
They spanked them both. Two zip. They're good.
They are real good.
That's fun to watch.
How good?
Real good. We want to wish Becca Heitz a big old let's go today.
Yep, she's running today in state cross country. Finished first in the sectional, so she's got to be a favorite to come away with that win today.
Let's hope so. Yeah, she was. I think she finished third last year. And
is Scott sideline reporting for that?
Yeah.
Well, you know where you never want to be.
You never want to be.
We could have had that clip ready and ran in.
Yeah, could have.
But we want to wish her well. We got to tell Coach. We got to wish Coach Lyons well. He's traveling over high school football playoffs today. Playoffs.
And Coach Shaner.
Coach Shaner's heading to St. Lawrence.
Where? What in the world?
And Coach Shaner's got his hands full of St. Lawrence up there today. Ooh-wee. So, and I talked to him last night, and I said, boy, and your prize is, if you win, you get Rockford Boylan or IC, Immaculate Conception, which is
immaculate.
Wow. Can't believe you have to play those schools. But, yeah, got his hands full today, too. Big game over at SHG today.
Big game. How big?
How real big?
Real big. Morse 10-0. SHG.
Not 10-0.
That's big game. Big game for them.
Big game.
Huge.
And Rochester won big last
night. They took care of Coal City.
Coal City thought we're coming in there with a little momentum.
Yeah, they beat up U-High 44 zip.
They got They got up like 3-0, didn't they?
Yeah,
and that's the game.
And
the wheels wheels on the bus.
All you did was make Derek mad.
Oh, that's exactly what happened. Oh, they won't score on us, huh? Let's show them. Wasn't it Rochester's fault too? I think they turned it over right off the bat.
Fumbled or something.
Yeah, they were in field goal range and got nothing out of it.
And I'm sure that Coach Beaker, their defense coordinator, I'm sure it made him mad. We're down 3-0, so they said, that's it. We're shutting that off.
Yeah.
No more points for you boys.
Done.
Yeah.
And I believe they'll take on the winner of
scrimmage.
Mount Zion and Breeze next weekend. That's who they'll take on the winner. So we might see, an Apollo matchup. We get Mount Zion in that game.
There you go.
It'd be nice to see Mount Zion get in that game.
Yeah, it would.
I believe
exit that game.
I believe if
here goes Joe
Breeze wins, then Rochester's at home again. But I think if Mount Zion wins, Rochester has to go to Mount Zion.
Ooh, tough on the road.
Take that rocket show on the road.
On the road again. But let's get back to the Lady Railer volleyball. Who did they play last night?
I was going to say, I was waiting for you to say it. I didn't say it. I believe it was Muscota.
Muscota? How do you say that?
Muscota. Manito.
That's another good one. Muscota, Manito. We just need one more.
And it'll be the trifecta.
And we'll get it.
Yeah.
Oh,
we're going to get it.
That's in the pipeline.
Muscota. It's going to happen. Give it
he
time.
doesn't even know it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. Trust me.
And talking about those Lady Railers, the word that you could put in there is dominate. They dominated both of those.
And this team that came in was, I was told that they're pretty good. Well, if they're pretty good, the Lady Railers are really good. Because I think the whole match took like 45 minutes.
Yeah, just zip, it's over. Took longer to drive over.
Yeah, and great crowd last night to support them. And I'm sure this weekend at Redbird Arena, Railer Nation will come out in groves.
Oh, it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
And I believe, boy, again, this is an if that Lloyd might know. Did they get Morton? You don't know.
Redbird Arena?
Yeah.
No. They get St. Ignatius College Prep of Chicago.
Oh, boy.
Who?
St. Ignatius. Let's go with you on that.
Who?
It's a good thing that you didn't send that on to Scotty.
Yeah.
St. Ignatius.
That would have been
number 3 right there.
Yeah, so.
Back to back.
Back to back, Jack.
We're going to come across that later. You're going to have to say it again.
Now, how about, we talked about Becca Heitzig. How great of a senior year could she have?
Real good.
Real good.
Real good.
State in cross country, state in volleyball, and we got to figure that they've got to be a favorite to return in basketball as well.
And do you think maybe she might go there for track as well? Maybe she should jump on the softball team too. They could use some speed there. That'd work.
Yeah, a little slap bunt, speed, boom.
Oh, dominant.
And
I thought something funny earlier. I was wondering if this had ever happened to you guys.
That doesn't happen.
No.
When we were talking to Fruget, and he said he was hating to miss some practice because he'd have to go to an honor society and this and that. Did that ever happen to you guys? You guys ever have to miss practice?
No, I don't think I ever missed a practice. I
don't think it ever interfered with my time of playing sports.
No, it was
never had anything excused like that.
Mine was athletics over academics.
He doesn't seem like a very bright guy.
Yeah, that would be correct.
That'd be 3 of us.
Yeah,
three dummies on the radio. Fun stuff.
Yeah.
And then back to the regular football team. Gosh, that was a fun year. And and your nephew played a big part of it. Not a senior tonight, but gosh, that kid's tough.
He's had a nice year. A little beat up for almost the entire season with the shoulder, which probably hurt some tackles maybe, but he played right through it and had just a great year.
Is he the toughest? Is he the toughest? Is he the toughest Johnston?
No, his sister's much tougher than he is. He knows that. That's a fact. Yeah.
Now we have we got Jim. Jim, can you hear us, Jim? Hey, Jim.
And broken. He broke it.
One of our
hello.
We got a caller on the air.
Caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Who are we talking to here?
This is Coach Lyons.
Oh, Coach Lyons.
Coach Lyons.
I thought I recognize that. Boy, don't you have something to do today?
No, I mean, I'm not doing anything, guys. I'm just, on the bus on the way down to take on Greenville.
Yeah.
The Comets.
The Comets of Greenville. Coach, big win for you last week, obviously, and moving on to round 2. What's the atmosphere like around there right now?
Well, we just pulled out of the park. We had a team breakfast this morning. Parents made us steak and eggs. That's a good way to start the day, right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then
maybe a tough bus.
We got on the bus, and I always say we got the best fans. We had a bunch of fans lined up in the parking lot, fire trucks to send us off in style. So, spears up.
So give us a little.
I want to talk about last week's game first because, I kind of got on you last week. You're going to talk to me about winning an ugly game, and you know what? You need to win ugly games, bud.
Yeah.
You're giving me a little. You seem a little disappointed last week.
Well, any win in the playoffs is a good win.
Yeah, that's right.
I always try to, and I'm glad I got guys like you, Joe, to remind me of that. But, I try to gauge every game where I feel like we played up to our potential or not look at the score. And I just felt like we didn't play our best football last week, but we did enough to survive. And that's a credit to our seniors and who are just kids that just refuse to lose.
Yeah, you had to grind one out last week.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
You had to grind one out last week, didn't you? A little intense.
Oh, yeah, we did. I mean, we went up 13-0 early. We were up 13-0 at half. They came out after half, threw a deep shot. We tipped the ball. Their kid caught it. That was their first touchdown of the game. And it was just kind of back and forth for the rest of the second half. They scored late to make it 20-17. We had the ball on a 3rd and short. We ran an option play, pitched it, put it on the ground. They recovered on our 35.
Oh boy!
And then we got a huge 4th down stop to stop them and get the ball back. And then our kids just got a gutty 1st down, and we were able to kneel it out and win the game. So we did what we had to do. That's at the end of the day, that's what you hope for, and that's exactly what we did.
Well, congratulations, and tell us now a little bit about these Comets that you have today.
Well, anytime you're playing a team that's 10-0, they know how to win. And this is a team and a program that's won a lot of playoff games. And, now I tell people, our advantage is that we've played in more than their kids have this year. We got more people with playoff experience. But they know how to win, and they're used to winning. And so when you play a team like that, it's going to come down to a couple momentum plays in the game. And if you make them, you got a good shot to win the game. If you split them, it's going to be close. And if you lose them, you're going to, it's going to go the other way. So
and that's a program that is used to winning. You're correct. They've been winning a long time.
Yeah. I think, the keys to the game is, number one is always just try to win the turnover margin, right? When you're on the road, it's also important that you try to get off to a fast start, set the tone at the beginning of the game. That first possession of the half and that first possession of the game are 2 critical possessions for momentum in games. So we got to get off to a good start. They're very balanced between run and pass. They do a little bit of both, and they're good offensively. So we're going to have to find a way to limit explosive plays.
And for you, it's a nice day, so that option will be okay today.
Yeah, we're excited about that. We're going to have good footing on the ground. it was tough last week. Our field was a muddy mess from all the rain we got earlier in the week, and they were huge. So, offensive linemen aren't big. They're just athletic. And so having no footing takes a lot of advantage away. They have a turf field, great, awesome facility. We're excited to play on it.
Yeah, we got to get some groundskeepers out there on that field of yours, right, for next week's game. You got to bring it back home.
Well, I think our grounds guys are trying to do the best job they can. It's just circumstances that it's been a rough year for our grass. Just between the weekends that it's rained, there's been soccer games on it, there's been JFL games on it, now varsity football games. So it took a pounding this year.
Well, Coach, you're off and running. Good for you. We'll be rooting for you. We'd like to have you come back home next weekend if you can.
Yeah, hopefully we're talking about next week's game after this one.
Well, let's make it happen.
Let's make
Sounds
it happen,
good, guys.
All right, Coach. Good luck today.
Thanks for the phone
Have a
call.
great day, guys.
Have
Thanks
a
for having
safe
me on.
trip.
Go Spartans.
Yes, sir.
See ya.
Yep. See you later.
Okay, we got to move into our part of our program where we've had a secret admirer that's been giving gifts to the show.
Yeah.
And they said that the behind-the-scenes guys are who they want to give gifts to, not us. They think because we get all the money. And all
the fame.
So if Jim can answer this question, then we have a gift for you, Jim.
A pair of Night's Action tickets.
and a pair of Night's Action tickets
and a McDonald's
from
cheeseburger.
last year. We would like to know who was the greatest switch-hitting catcher of all time. Wow, Ted Simmons, he didn't even hesitate.
Look at it. I mean, he said it before you even finished.
That's
not right.
No, that's false.
That's false.
The switch hitter, this
catcher.
That was a catcher.
Oh, catcher.
Now here's your part two.
Yeah.
This switch hitter was the 1985 National League Rookie of the Year and the league leader in stolen bases. Can you name him for your prize? Vince Coleman.
Did you give him the questions
on top
before?
of it. He's a lot smarter.
Is he over there Googling it?
He's a lot smarter than
what a smart man.
I thought.
110 bases.
So I got to tell you what, your secret admirer has sent you a nice autographed photo of Vince Coleman and an autographed Ted Simmons ball card. Very nice.
Wow.
Now, we do not expect to see this on eBay in less than an hour. Okay?
Yeah, it's an hour window, Jim. You got to wait.
But you've got a secret admirer out there, my man.
With some good prizes there.
Those are great
That's
prizes.
Impressive.
Put that up out there in front of you. And,
I think the card
no,
goes
we
on
won't. There we go.
The card goes on. There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
There there, look at that.
Teddy Simmons. I got an autographed Teddy Simmons baseball. He was my all-time favorite. Had all that hair out of the back of his Simba. There you go.
Simba. Jim's on it.
I'll tell you what, pretty good.
Have you ever thought about getting on Jeopardy? No. Because he was on those.
We'll let that go.
Cardinal trivia.
Oh, just Cardinal trivia? Yeah,
that was pretty good. And thank you to the secret admirer. Taking care of you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Didn't take care of Lloyd.
He did a few weeks ago.
Lloyd got a Pete Rose baseball.
That's right.
Were you there?
Right. I was there, yeah.
Stay with us, bud.
How soon do you forget?
Oh, I forgot that one was a secret admirer. I thought that was...
It was a secret admirer, and this is a secret admirer.
Are you all right today? You didn't do your hair.
No, I didn't.
You just rolled out of bed. And
no, I was up early today.
Like a carp.
I was up early today. There was a lot going on last couple nights, and
should we got a little time? You want to go through some of it?
We'll go over time.
No, I had a good weekend last weekend, and it turned into a good week. So.
Oh.
All right. Well, that's good for you.
Yeah, that is good.
I think we've reached the end of our show, haven't we, Jim? Jim's got both hands wanting to shut us off.
Tell us a little bit about, we saw pictures, proud dad moment.
We didn't talk
your
about
daughter was able to present the colors at the football game?
Correct. Marched them out on the field. Yeah, it was one of those things you're kind of floating while it's happening. It's like, that's my daughter right there. So
was it cold there?
It was breezy.
So the
38 degrees
were the
or so.
tears turning
Frozen.
into icicles?
Yeah, frozen as they're falling. Yep.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
She comes up, and I couldn't. We're all staying. I mean, the atmosphere was electric. I have to admit.
Sure.
I mean, we were matched up really well against Purdue. Nebraska was, and pulled out a big win. First half, we were just crazy dominant on defense, and she gets done with everything she had to do prior to the game, and I'm sitting there and I'm telling every fan that's within ears, could hear me from anywhere around me, how that's my daughter walking out on the field, and they're all giving me high fives and stuff, and it was a real cool moment. And my mom was there, and the kid's mom, and my other daughter Savannah, and it was a cool thing.
I will tell you, when I saw the video, and that was very cool when she went marching out of there, because I didn't know what to expect. When you tell a dummy like me she's bringing flag.
I'll be honest, I didn't know what to expect either, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then midway through the first first quarter. We're all standing up, defense on the field, we're going crazy, and then she sees me from about three rows down from me. She said, "Dad, how'd I do?" Just lost it. I mean, it was cool. Great moment.
Good for you. Now you're a big Nebraska fan forever.
Oh yeah, look.
I don't. Am I?
And I want to make sure that you're tuning in next week because I believe it's Thursday. He gets a big Nebraska tattoo on his chest, and he'll be showing it next week on the air. So
you
stay
didn't
tuned
know?
on the
Hold
YouTube thing.
Nebraskan, and on his back says Cornhuskers.
Huskers. The Huskers. Look at Jim. He's ready. Well, you know what? Let's just keep talking. It's aggravating, Jim.
Hey, don't forget inventory reduction sale plus. No, it's inventory reduction plus 20-year anniversary at Jake's Furnishings. We got some big sales.
Priced to move.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. Then let's get those mattresses knocked down because I need.
They're all on sale, man.
Down.
Everything is on sale. This is the biggest sale we've had in our 20-year history.
Well, you got Brian Clark walking around in here, and we know he's got money to buy something. So back your truck up over here.
This is Big Dollar Saturday. Bring the big dollars in. We're going to help you spend them.
Bring them.
Cash and carry.
Cash and carry.
Jake will carry it right out to your truck.
I got paid. Paid will carry it out to the truck.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us today. Great show today, guys. Lincoln
you had guests.
We had guests. Boy, I love having guests.
Oh, hey, a link will be put on our Facebook site for the state tournament as well.
Tickets.
Get your tickets at goredbirds.com/tickets.
Get your tickets.
We'll get them.
All right. Thanks for tuning in to the Cheap Seats. WLCN 96.3 FM.
Good day.
This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.